Hi, Jessica Carter here with your Metabolic Reset. And I want to know, are you ready to live your healthy and most powerful life? Ooh. My goal today is for you to walk away from this class with the answers you need, and we're going to address these 4 points. Do you control your metabolism, or does it control you? Why the world needs metabolic health, and why there needs to be an awakening. Learn about the relationship between health span, biological aging, and metabolic health. That's what I'm super passionate about. And discover the tools you need to slow the signs of biological aging and put more life into your years. Yes, more years into your life, but more life into your years. So before we dive into this class, just kind of look at this chart and think for a second, what is preventing you from living your most powerful life? Might be a couple, might be all of them. I've been there. So kind of think about that. And these are basically the 5 pillars of health. And that's what I talk about in the podcast. So doTERRA is proactive, and they want to show you these natural ways to address the root concern. So we're not really into temporary or superficial solutions. In this class, we're going to talk about the metabolism part of the wellness pyramid, but really it kind of touches on all of them a little bit. And the exciting part for me is that the lifestyle choices that we make are the foundations for wellness. And it's more about lifestyle than it is genetics. And with what runs in my family, this is super exciting for me. I can't wait to share it with you. So, what is metabolic health? Good metabolic health means your body can digest and absorb nutrients from food with healthy, stable levels of blood sugar, blood fat, and insulin. So a little bit of fluctuation in these are natural, but it's important to avoid those big spikes. And those can contribute to those things later in life that we really are trying to avoid. So it might surprise you to learn that under 7% of US adults have optimal cardiometabolic health. So that means out of every 14 people we meet, 13 of them have suboptimal metabolic health. And I would say most people don't even realize it. So, how many of us know our biomarkers for blood pressure and blood sugar and cholesterol? I know I get my blood pressure checked. I know my blood sugar because I have my blood drawn with the autoimmune disease, but I don't know what my cholesterol is. Are we in a healthy weight range? Do we know? And then what's your family history? Because we're going to want to kind of step it up if we want to take control of those things that maybe several people in our family had, but we really, really don't want those. So the good news is the choices that we make daily put us in control of our metabolic health. We are not helpless here. Your metabolism can be optimized at any stage of life by really focusing on the 5 pillars of health: healthy eating, daily movement, healthy connections, stress management. That includes restorative sleep. I'm a big proponent of sleep, and smart supplementation. Smart supplementation is how you double down on the benefits of all the other pillars, and it gives us a greater return on any effort that we're doing here. It like multiplies it. So any effort we're doing on the other 4, when we're doing smart supplementation, we're going to get exponential benefits from that. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. So what does that look like? So for you, it could be more energy so you could keep up with the kids, grandkids, social life, more stamina throughout the day. Some people are, maybe not drinking that second, third, fourth cup of coffee. I'm noticing stamina in my workouts and hikes. Improved endurance in those workouts is a big one. Clearer mind, so you can crush it at work or just life. And then who doesn't want to look and feel great? I mean, I want to look and feel great too. Metabolic health and biological age are inseparable. So let's talk about that a little bit. Do you know anyone who looks years younger? than the number of candles on their birthday cake? Or the opposite? Do you know someone who seems a lot older than their age? So this isn't just a physical appearance phenomenon. Different people can appear to be different ages on a cellular level, and it just kind of comes out at the physical level. Biological age is a measure of how young your cells appear based on how healthy they are or how they behave. Just as outward appearance doesn't always represent a numerical age, cellular health doesn't always line up either. So we have more good news. When we take control of our metabolic health, we slow those signs of biological aging and we extend our health span. I'm going to talk more about health span. So don't just take my words for it. Some of the latest research from Harvard and other really top-tier organizations show metabolic health and biological age are inseparable. This connection means that the stronger and healthier your metabolic function, the younger you will feel inside and out. As we age, so does our metabolic function. And because our metabolisms influence our energy, weight, body composition, sleep, even cognitive performance, a decline in metabolic health can dramatically impact quality of life. Put simply, taking control of your metabolic health now is how we control the rate at which we age, both inside and out. Now, I'm not going to play this video, but this is an amazing video by Dr. O. If you want me to tag you in this, please let me know. And really, he's explaining this chart. Oops, I didn't want it to play. He's explaining this chart better than I can, but I'll do it the best I can. So this little line here, so this is lifespan. And the reason there's not ages is because this is different from everybody. But let's say we're at 50% of our lifespan. Everything above this line, we can completely take care of ourselves. We're doing really well, probably exercising really well. And everything below this, our mental function is starting to decline. We're probably not able to do as much as we used to. And we're starting to get to that place where people are going to have to take care of us. And so when we come down here, if you can see, I can't remember if you can see my cursor, but if you can see this little blue line, this is generally something happened and modern medicine kicked in and it kept us alive a few more years, but that quality of life was not a good quality of life. I think we've probably all have family members who went through that. I'm trying to avoid that. And the sad thing about it is that can be 8 to 15 years. This little blue line where someone is completely taking care of us, we're not able to take care of ourselves, we don't have mental function or we don't have physical functions. In the US, that's about 8 to 15 years. And so when we do MetaPower and we start to think about our metabolic health, notice we're doing way better longer. And so that time where we're maybe not able to take care of ourselves, maybe it's all the way up until death, maybe it's just a year. So that's what we're trying to expand. How do we close that gap? Even for the average healthy person, aging markers begin to show up in our 20s. Woof. By the time we reach our 50s, our body is producing half of the NAD plus than it was when we're 20. And I have a podcast on NAD plus. Let me know if you want me to get that to you. But it's really responsible for two types of reactions in the body. Metabolic function converts food and nutrients into cellular energy, and cellular integrity, which protects your cellular energy factories. Because NAD plus levels steadily fall as you age, there are important implications to metabolic function and the negative effects on DNA that snowball, and then those NAD levels continue to decline. So what does that mean? As you age, so does your metabolic function, which plays a role in cellular wellness. Because your metabolism influences your weight, body composition, energy, cognitive performance, to close that gap between lifespan and health span we just talked about on the last slide, it's really important to start now to take control of your metabolic health. So here's some of the things we have to overcome maturing fat cells, those blood sugar spikes, cellular integrity or health, and inferior supplements. I have a podcast and a video on that. Supplements you buy from a big box store or Amazon will cause more damage to you than not taking anything at all. Please don't take crappy supplements. They are very harmful. That's all I'm going to say on this one. But if you want to know more, let me know. So close your eyes for a moment. What if all the years of your life could be lived to their fullest? What does that look like for you? Picture yourself waking up after a great night's sleep with low stress levels and the energy to do whatever you want. Your mind is clear. You're at your healthiest weight, whatever that looks like for you. And you can't help but to smile as you look in the mirror, seeing the outside you matches how you feel on the inside. What did you see? How did that feel? Enter the Metapower system. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So at the time of this video, I've been on it about 90 days. I've lost 53 pounds, not just since this system. I was starting that before, and I have a whole video on that if you need to see my weight loss journey. My husband has lost 32 pounds, and it is mostly since this system. We're going to kind of break it down. So Metapower Assist, this is Dr. O's very favorite product. He's the doctor that I kind of showed you earlier, but really, this is probably the most important. Oh, I love them all. They work together. They really work together. So blood sugar levels are one of the most significant markers of health. These levels naturally fluctuate depending on food, activity, and over time, elevated blood sugar levels can have permanent consequences on the body. So think about a car and we drive really fast and then slam on the brakes, and drive really fast and then slam on the brakes. So that's going to put wear and tear on the car. That's the same kind of thing that happens to our body when we have a sugar spike and then we put up the insulin and then we have the crash, and that happens over and over. We're really putting that wear and tear on our body. So Metapower Assist features mulberry leaf extract, which has been shown to reduce normal range post-meal blood sugar spikes by 42%. Oh my goodness. That is so exciting. So I had mine tested in June 2022 and again December 22. I was at 94 for my blood glucose levels, which is pushing the high range, but still normal. And this last time it was down to 80. So obviously we can't promise those results for everybody, but I thought that was super exciting. So Metapower Assist, super, super exciting. All right, the Metapower Metabolic Blend. And I'd like to talk about these two separately. So one section is going to be the gels and the oil. Those are interchangeable. You want to be getting in 6 drops a day. And so that's either 6 drops in your water. I would probably do 3 and 3. Or if it's really strong to you, if you do 6 different vehicles of water, you can do 1 per one, and then you might not even hardly taste it. But if you think it's really strong, then try the gels. So I'm doing 10 drops. And I started that and I'm like having trouble letting that go. So I do 5 drops in my first big container and 5 drops in my second big container. John is taking the capsules just because it's really easy for me to just hand him that. And he's only taking 2. So if he comes to a plateau, I can go up to 3 capsules. We haven't had to do that yet. He's doing really, really well. And so these oils that are blended, it's grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, cinnamon, and they tell fat cells to not store as much fat lipids. I'm going to show you that in the next one. They are known to help curb cravings. And then they really just support overall metabolic health. The other 2 products are the beadlets and the gum. And these I recommend for like, you're like, I'm about to go to the pantry. Wait, am I really hungry? Am I thirsty? Am I bored? Am I upset about something? And so you can pop in a beadlet, wait 5 or 10 minutes, kind of take some deep breaths. Or if it's stress, pop in gum and chew your gum, and then take some deep breaths, and then let the body decide. Give it some time to decide, oh, you know what? I wasn't really hungry. Oh, I was really hungry. And if you are hungry, then go ahead and eat. We're not trying to break eating as a habit. It's okay to eat. And so you can see here in the chart that this is the fat cells storing the fat lipids. And then after a few days on the MetaPower blend, it's not storing it anymore. So let's say you got the kit and you didn't really like the oil in your water. It's about 50-50 is what I'm seeing. You can take a squirt of lotion or coconut oil, 2 drops, and rub it into your trouble areas. So I've rubbed it into my thighs, my tuchus, and my lower belly. If I have a little bit left, I do it under my this little arm. If you're 20s and your 30s, you might not know why. If you're in your 40s or 50s, you definitely know why. Well, not definitely. And I do that before I go work out because I'm putting on some sort of, yoga pants. So it's almost like a wrap. And then anytime we're doing movement, we're helping those oils get anywhere, helping clean out the toxins. So I really recommend starting with the kit because you'll find out, oh, I like beadlets. Oh, no, I really like the gum. I like the capsules, but I also like to massage that oil into my skin, and you really get to know it. And then you just reorder what you need. Okay, this is probably my favorite, but I do understand that they all work together. So collagen, it is the most abundant protein in the body. You have 28 types of collagen in your body. And it's a key component of connective tissues that make up tendons, ligaments, skin, muscles, and more. It gives our skin that elasticity and firmness. It supports lean muscle and connective tissue. And I will tell you, John and I are noticing such a difference in our body composition, like seeing muscles popped out we've never seen before. And I'm really thinking it's because of this lean muscle support that's happening in this product. And then it's also like what helps your knee to flex and bend and absorb shock. While collagen is something humans and animals do produce naturally, the natural production drops off with age, starting from age 25. So if anybody's asking what age should we start doing this system, early 20s is perfectly fine. And then you're going to get to, stay young a lot longer, which I'm a little bit jealous. As you age, simply because of an active lifestyle, repeated stresses are put on our joints, muscles, tendons, and other connective tissues. Even gravity. Even gravity is going to do that. So we talked about earlier NADH and NAD+, they're crucial for our mitochondrial maintenance, especially related to metabolic function. They convert food into energy and offer protection to cellular energy factories. And our body does produce NAD+ and NADH naturally, but it begins dropping dramatically around middle age. So, without sufficient NAD+ levels in the body, our cells can't generate the energy needed to survive and carry out their function. New research and studies are helping us better understand that supplementing NAD+ has huge, huge benefits to metabolic health. Okay, so that's a lot. But basically, this is a powerhouse, and this product can replace any vital collagen that our tissues need to support natural production of NAD+ in the body, helping the body to slow down those signs of aging from the inside out. And it has 12 synergistic ingredients that give our cells what it needs to support that cellular integrity. Again, slowing those signs of aging from the inside out. So, firmer skin, more elasticity, improved cognitive function, more lean muscle, better connective tissue. Like, it goes on and on and on and on. So completely a game changer. There is no other product out there like it. So, how many of you already taken a collagen supplement? I get it. Like it's been promoted a lot lately. But what you've read about the best collagen is really just good marketing. And we don't really spend a lot of money on marketing. We really want to do the testing. We weren't even first to market. We wanted to do that testing to make sure that it was a quality product. So let me give you some highlights. So first of all, it is 12 times more absorbable or bioavailable than the other collagen products that are on the market. That's very important because if you can't absorb it, we can't use it. And if you've been with me with supplements, I talk about that a lot. So that means that if you were to give someone a collagen bottle that might be on Amazon or a big box store, then they're getting 12 times more effectiveness in one scoop than that product. Most collagen products feature one or two collagen types, and most of those are really just skin, beauty, elasticity, and wrinkles. And so we're doing all those joints and cognitive health that I talked about earlier. And then we are using a powder form. And so when you mix it with water yourself, that's when it's hydrolyzed. And that's when our body can really, really absorb it. So you might have seen like prepackaged liquid collagens. And to do this, they're going to have to sterilize the water. And this eliminates the harmful bacteria. I mean, that's important, but it's also going to kill anything else they put in there, like vitamins, flavonoids, polyphenols. They're not going to survive that boiling, that hot boiling process. And then they're actually less shelf stable, even with all that, than the powder. So this MetaPower Advantage, you mix it with water, with cooler room temperature, not hot, because remember, we don't want to kill all that good stuff in there. And then we're going to absorb it really well without any sugar and without any juices or anything else like those liquid ones have to have. And then the last thing is it's already cut into these tripeptide fragments. And that's really what increases that bioavailability. So what that means is some other collagen powders, they're so huge, and that's why our body can't absorb that, a lot like other supplements that I talk about. So take a picture of this because this is going to show you the 9 types of collagen and what they do. And then take a picture of this. This is going to show those other active ingredients that I talked about, that if we put it with hot water, we're going to kill those beautiful things, and whew, those do a lot. Okay, so if you were to buy all these things separately, it would cost you $314, even if you went to somewhere cheap like Amazon or a big box store. And a monthly supply of this is $85. So if you've priced collagen, that is super reasonable and about half price of some of the other collagens that I've seen. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so let's boil it back down. Step 1, we're adding 6 drops of the blend, either with the oil or the capsule. If we like the capsule, rubbing that oil into our trouble areas, and we're using the gum or beadlets just to kind of signal to ourselves, am I hungry? Maybe I wasn't. If I was, go ahead and eat. Step 2, we're taking the assist 15 to 30 minutes before your largest meal. Usually dinner, but that's completely up to you. And then the third step is you're going to mix this with about 5 ounces of water. This is the collagen, and you can do this any time of day. So make it as simple as possible for yourself. I spread mine out. I work from home. That's super easy for me. But for John, when he comes up the stairs from work, I hand him his liquefied collagen and the supplements I want him to take, and he does it all at once before dinner. Done. If breakfast is your bigger, you can do it all before breakfast, even before you leave the house. Done. Make it as simple on yourself as possible. People are always like, when's the best time to take your supplements? Whenever you'll remember to take them. Consistency is really key here. And so you want to make it as easy for yourself as possible. I just want to kind of make a side note. I think it's amazing to start with the Metapower system for the first 30, 60, 90 days. If you notice a plateau and you haven't reached your goal weight, there are some things we can add. So I do fiber and greens. John and I both do the multivitamins. But I really suggest starting with this for 30, 60, 90 days, and then we can talk about adding things as needed. If I invited you to this video, you can scan this to order. So the first month is 180, but you won't have to order everything again the second month. So the second month will get closer to 100 depending on what you ordered. If someone else invited you to this video, please get the link from them. And I probably have posted a link somewhere, depending on where you're seeing this. I probably also have the link to purchase if you can't take a picture of that and scan. And then I just kind of want to tell you, if you and your partner or spouse want to do this together, roommates, I you can save a lot of money. And if you want me to help you with this, please, please tell me. I'm always happy to help you save money. So John and I do this together. So I get the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and then I add a collagen and a PB Assist and a Terrazyme to that at all very discounted prices. John, I start him with the collagen pack, and I add him a vitamin and mineral pack and the fatty acids at a very discounted price. So if you need help with that, please, please, please let me know. And then if I have anybody out there who just loves to geek out on the science, you can scan for this course and it'll teach you so much about metabolic health and this amazing system. Thank you so much for joining me. Reach out to me or the person who invited you to this, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.